Hi, in this video we're going to cover the second law of indices where we're dividing two powers. Just as a reminder, what is meant by a power? If we have 2 to the power of 3, remember that just means 2 times 2 times 2. We're multiplying 3 2's together. We're multiplying 3 2's together. And remember that we call the larger number on the left, that's known as the base. And we call this number on the top right, the smaller number, that is known as the index. Plural is indices, also known as the exponent. So that's the kind of key terminology here. Now, let's just say we wanted to do 2 to the power of 5 divided by 2 squared. And we wanted to simplify that. So we're dividing two powers. And by the way, I should have said before, this whole thing is known as a power. So we're dividing two powers. They have the same base of 2. How could you simplify this? Well, what we could do is if we just wrote what 2 to the power of 5 and 2 squared actually means. 2 to the power of 5 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We're multiplying 5 2's together. And what does 2 squared mean? It just means 2 times 2. Like this. Now, if you think about it, we can start cancelling stuff because if we divide the top and bottom of this fraction by 2, remember fractions we can simplify by dividing the numerator and denominator by the same number. We could divide the top and bottom by 2, so we could just get rid of one of these 2's like that. And then we can divide the top and bottom by 2 again, so we can get rid of another 2. And can you see we're now left with 3 2's multiplied together. And 2 times 2 times 2 could be written as 2 cubed, right? Because 2 cubed means you're multiplying 3 2's together. So what seems to have happened is that when we divide these two powers, we subtracted the indices because you can see 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. And more generally, the rule of indices we're going to use here is that if we have a to the power of b divided by a to the power of c, so you're dividing two powers with the same base of a, then you subtract the indices. So it's going to be a to the power of b minus c. Just like here, we did 5 minus 2 is 3. We're going to do b minus c, which is b minus c, like that. So that is an important law of indices. And let's do some examples with that. So the first one, we're dividing two powers with the same base. They have the same base of x. So you subtract these indices. 10 minus 2 is 8. So it's the same base of x, but it's going to be to the power of 10 minus 2, which is 8. So that's the answer there. What about the second one? We've got m to the power of 6 divided by m. Now, there's no power on this, it's just m on its own. And if that ever happens, you can give it a little cheeky power of 1. So we can say m to the power of 1, because m to the power of 1 just means you're multiplying 1m together, so that's just m, right? So now we've got two powers being divided at the same base, so we can subtract the indices. 6 minus 1 is 5, so we get m to the power of 5, and that is the final answer.